Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Ultima 6, The False Prophet. Last episode, we went adventuring around here in the Gargoyle Town. In fact, I'm going to move this microphone. That may change things a bit. There we go. So, in the last episode, we were here in the Gargoyle Town. And we had checked out all these main cities. We haven't checked out this hallway here yet. And we have not gone into these couple outlying buildings is what we needed to do next. So that we're going to check out this episode and get going. We found out that we have to come on, brain. Oh, that we have to find the codex and return it is our next goal. But to do that, we have to go up into their shrine, which we have to be able to fly. Ooh, who are you? You see a large, healthy-looking winged gargoyle. He notes that you wear the amulet of submission to admire your courage and appreciate your sacrifice. What's your name? To greet you... Oh, no! I didn't mean to say that our name was What's your name? To be named Krill Usarb Vaslem. Krill, the leader of farmers. You're the leader of farmers, eh? To be forced by necessity to give the wingless ones no room for choice or freedom. What about the wingless ones? To consider them valuable members of society. Need firm control and strong leadership. To explain that they are far less intelligent than you or I. What kind of leadership do you give them? To be forced... Okay, cool. Why can't they have freedom? To acknowledge that it may seem harsh, but to assure you that there is no other way to treat the wingless ones. To receive good harvests only through firm control and clear direction. What kind of harvests? To receive bountiful harvests thanks to the efforts of my well-directed workers. To feed my workers far better than misguided Farmer Nash to the east does. What about Farmer Nash? To be ashamed that Nash lacks common sense. To be appalled by his uncontrolled heart and undirected mind. To point out his unproductive fields as an example of why the wingless ones need firm guidance. Alright, so this guy is the head farmer around these parts. Oh, he lives here. Ooh, who's this guy? Who are you? Oh, that's the weaponsmith lives there. Okay. So, this is their farms. It's all good. We got these wingless dudes who don't talk back. So he uses a firm hand in order to get production out of his wingless, not-so-bright other gargoyles. Alright, there is another house over here. What do we have over here? A big fancy house. Somebody cooking some meat. Who are you? Ooh! Got a necklace. You see a very old gargoyle. The venerable gargoyle peers at you. Greetings, false prophet. To have been told by Naxitilor long ago that the you would one day come to the me wearing the amulet of submission. To never have believed it would come to pass. What's your name? I lack a name, of course, but to be called Lord Wislem, the Scholar of Light, by many learned gargoyles. As he says this, the ancient gargoyle beams with pride. What's your job? To craft the finest lenses in the land, the gargoyle says proudly. Also to teach my young apprentices not to cut themselves on the glass. Tell me about your apprentices. To be nearing the end of my time. To have one last sacred duty. To pass on my skills to the next generation. What do you mean about time? To be over 1,000 years old. To seem a mere youth compared to Naxitilor, however. Well, wait, what about... How old is he? To have helped Naxitilor create the vortex lenses centuries ago. Alright. Not sure what the vortex lenses are, but... Okay. To have found him venerable and ancient even then. Alright, so this guy... creates lenses of the vortex lenses. So that'll probably come up later. Let's head back to town. We have three more buildings to get to. Pardon me, I have to adjust the keyboard here. There we go. Lordy. Alright, the 2 houses we have left, we have... Oh, 3 houses. Why can I not count? 3 is such a different number than 2. As you well should know. Let's see. We have... There we go. Random house. Cooking another horse. You know, I really shouldn't say bad things about eating horse meat. From what I understand, actually in Japan, horse meat is becoming kind of a thing, from what I understand. I mean, I really have no problem. Eat whatever you want. Just here in the U.S., bit of a taboo. Nobody here. More house. Let's not steal random helmets and stuff. Let's let the gargoyles have their time. But there's nothing here. So we're going to head down to the last house we haven't been to. Oh man, look at all these stupid, dumb gargoyles. Balim, the wingless, seem to not be that great. And I'm worried that you're one of them. Alright, so we're going to head straight south and then a little to the west. And there should be one more building over here. There's the building. Who is this guy? Oh, we got a... It's the Silver Horn! Hey, what's up, yo? You see an old winged gargoyle. The gargoyle seems afraid of you at first. Then he notices the amulet around your neck. To feel honored to address you, false prophet. To ask what you wish of a simple snake charmer. What do you mean by snake charmer? To use the great horn to summon the silver snake. To always require many warriors to defeat the creature. What about the horn? To find the horn just north of my house. But to warn you never to blow the horn. To be in grave peril from the snake without a squad of warriors. Tell me about the snake. To use the horn to summon the silver snake. To always require many warriors. Alright, so we have a horn we can blow to summon the silver snake that we could fight. Do we do it? Oh, let's do it. Let's save. And then let's look now to see a silver horn. Is that the same horn? Didn't we have to blow a silver horn? No, we yelled a special word. I was thinking in Ultima 3 Exodus we had to get past that giant snake who was blocking us from getting to the final dungeon. But there we yelled a word. We didn't use a horn. We had to use a horn, though, before we could visit the Shrine of... Was it the Shrine of Humility? I think in maybe Ultima 2? No, it wouldn't have been 2. It would have been Ultima 4. I'm sorry. In 2, we were hopping around time traveling. How could I forget the time travel of Ultima 2? No, Ultima 4, I think we used the horn because we had to use it on the northern end of the island to get to the shrine, because otherwise it was just full of demons, if you remember. So let's see what happens. Let's do it. Silver snakes are generated. Ho ho! Oh goodness. This may have been a bad move. Alright. It's like 2 of these guys. They seem to have 1,000,000 hit points. Man, we are doing like no damage. Oh, lightly wounded. Everybody is nice and poisoned. Which is great. Wow, we have barely touched. Oh, okay. So, We're not going to blow the Silver Horde. Those things were tough. There is no need for us to fight those. Maybe they give you some kind of special thingamajig for killing them, but I don't feel that we need to take on this optional quest right now. We are on a quest to solve the problem of the dying gargoyle race. So, we have this hall here. We haven't entered the Hall of Knowledge. You see an old winged gargoyle with cool little glasses. An odd device crafted of glass and metal rests upon his face. Yes, to inquire about the reason for this interruption. What's your name? To be called the Caretaker in lieu of a name. To be honored by being allowed to perform my duties is Caretaker of this hall. Alright, what are your duties? Caretaker. To care for my race's artifacts that rest here in the Hall of Knowledge. Tell me about the hall. To keep the treasured artifacts of our race here in this hall in the 3 chambers. Okay, what are the chambers? To have 3 rooms here. To keep artifacts from the underworld in the human chamber to the east. Okay. Keep valuable books in the Librum chamber to the west. And to keep the cube and the lens in the vortex chamber to the south. Alright, what's the cube? To regret that that item is lost, stolen by human thieves years ago. To have heard the humans mention the name Stonegate as they fled. We're going to have to go to Stonegate. To have heard them say they would sail through Lost Hope Bay. To know nothing more about its whereabouts. Okay, what is the lens? To find what you seek in the vortex chamber. Okay. To have 3 rooms here. To keep artifacts in the underworld. The lens in the vortex chamber to the south. Okay, tell me about underworld artifacts. Yes, the underworld. To leave you know it as Britannia. Ha! That's great. So they call where we live the underworld. That's great. That's great. So we have some fields here. We're not supposed to enter these chambers. So we need to fly. Is what we need to do, I guess. Because our next step is to get into the temple up here. To do that, we need to fly. Well, we already know how to fly. We've played these games before. We know that we'll need a balloon in order to fly. Well, we're not going to find a balloon down here. I remember... Wasn't there a girl in Minok who had something to do with a balloon? Or sails? Have I read that somewhere? I don't know. But I have a hunch Minok is where... Whoa! You didn't see nothing. Whoa! That's where we need to go. So... Like, it's possible that maybe a long time ago I read about it. I just don't remember. But I think I remember Minok having something to do with this. So what I was looking for, as you saw me alt-tabbing there, is our Orb of the Moons map. Come on. Orb of the Moons. Thank you. I didn't have it prepped because I didn't think we would be using it this episode, but we're going to. So we need to head to... Minok, I think. Which, Minok, where are you at, Minok? Down 2, over 2. I think we're done down here in the underworld. I don't think there's an easy way back down here either. I think that we are going to have to, unfortunately, travel back through the Cave of Hithloth when we want to come back down here. Oh, that's going to be all kinds of upsetting, to tell the truth. I am not looking forward to that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get ready here. So down 2, over 2 will take us to Minok. So, Grug, if you don't mind, let's use the Orb of the Moons. Oh, can't use it right now. We gotta be... There we go. In the right spot. Use the Orb of the Moons, down 2, over 2. Alright, to Minok. And I think... Oh yeah, this is the one that goes by the lumber mill. If you remember, we had to bring a piece of yew wood here, and they turned it into an instrument, if I remember correctly, that we used. Hopefully I'm remembering that correctly. Alright. What's our time of day look like? Oh, terrible is what it looks like. Alright, we're going to have to head out in some wilderness here. We're going to rest for a bit. We aren't going to play this nonsense. We're going to do 9 hours. Dupre can stand guard. Sounds like a plan. We've eaten all of our horse flesh already. Rest another 5 hours. Dupre on guard. Dupre doesn't need to sleep. He is a paladin of fortuitous willpower. Alright. So, it's not even 9 AM yet, which is kind of not good, because that doesn't mean all that greatness for us. Alright. There was somebody... Wait. Why did I just walk across that? She was something to do with sails? Like there was a sail maker? Oh, I don't remember. We've been playing for so long, too, that I can hardly remember everything. Okay, that's a blacksmith. I think we're probably looking for a cloth person. I'm going to use the term clothsmith. So we have an inn up there. What's down here? Of course, this could just be a wild goose chase that we could be on. Why is this locked? Why would you bother locking this door? There is zero reason to lock this door. Alright. A tall muscle man with a wide grin. Hello, he says, lumbering over to you and extending a large hand. What can I do for you? First of all, what's your name? Trevor. What's your job? I sell ships and skiffs. What about balloons? That's a puzzler. Alright, so not what we need. Let's head back up into town. Wait, don't we have a... Tangled Tales. The Lost Art of Ballooning. We have a book. Okay. Back in the days of the Avatar's Quest, I knew we picked up a book about this. Back in the days of the Avatar's Quest, rumors spread of a strange sight in the skies. A tinker from the town of Minok. I knew it had something to do with Minok. This is where we saw it. Claimed to have rediscovered the lost art of ballooning. According to ancient lore, this was a mystical practice that allowed one to soar through the air, higher than the birds themselves. No records have been found of the rituals used to perform the feat, but several farmers from the area still tell of strange sights. A strange sphere was seen way up in the sky, and the voices of men could be heard drifting down from it. The apparition drifted up into the clouds and was lost to sight. This took place years ago, and naught has been heard of the mystic art of ballooning since the time. Well, shooty patooty. Let's, who do we ask about balloons? Who are you? You seem to make cheese. You see an industrious young woman. What's your name, industrious young woman? I'm Michelle. Thou needn't tell me thy name, Grugtar. The Avatar is famous throughout the land. Okay. What's your job? I sell cheese. I weave baskets and beehives just like my father and his father before him. My baskets are sold throughout Britannia, she adds proudly. Do you know about balloons? Why can I not spell the word balloon properly? Father once told me a story of weaving a basket large enough for 8 people. He never showed me the plans, though. Where are the plans? Yes, without accurate plans, it takes far too much time to craft a basket. Okay, Father once told me a story of weaving a basket large enough. He never showed me the plans, though. Is your father still alive? Who is your father? Oh, when you come so tantalizingly close. Your father's not here. I just had to look. I mean, there was a chance that it was going to be one of those situations. Remember the girl with the amulet? With the rune, I mean, that we were looking for, and there was the murder case? We walked all around and no one knew anything, and it was sitting in a stupid chest right in her house. That was infuriating. I just had to make sure that wasn't the case here. Well, nobody here. Can you... Yep. Sorry. Played a song. Did nothing. Let's see. Do we have a healer's house in Minok? Or this is an inn. Maybe. You see a kindly old woman. Welcome to my place of healing. I hope thou needst my services. Well, not in that way. What's your name? Tara. What's your job? You're the healer. I've cared for the unfit here for 80 years. Do you know about balloons? I don't understand balloon. Well, then you're worthless. Is there anybody else who knows about balloons? Like the... We need the plans for a balloon. But where do we get these plans? Who are you? Dale. Do you know about the plans? Sorry. No, you don't. That was just shooting in the dark. Hey, Dale. 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 Do you know about balloons? Nope. Well, folks, I'm kind of a dead end. I'm not sure where we go from here to find out more about balloons. I mean, if we could just find that lady's dad, or who he was. At this point, I'm just opening chests, because, again... Oh, wait! She is 31 with... Oh, yeah, remember her name never showed up no matter how many times we asked her? Well, the rumors are true. 'Tis well and good that you have returned to our land, Avatar. You've seen us before. You made us a magic flute that we gave to a guy so that we could join the... Oh, okay. What do you know about balloons? Lord, I know nothing about balloons. How about the plans? Lord, I know nothing about the plans. Well, while we're here, let's stop in and talk to the minstrels. Was it this building? Was this the minstrels? Who are you again? Isabella. An elegant woman. Do you know about balloon? Ah, thou must be interested to hear of that. The balloonist flew off on an important mission and never returned. Selganor should be able to tell you more about it. Tell me, is it true you once rode in a balloon whilst on the quest of the Avatar? Yes. It must have been wonderful to drift amongst the clouds. Selganor. Who is Selganor? Okay, tell me what the mission was, though. Ask Selganor. Oh, wait, was he the... He was the minstrel dude, wasn't he? Yeah, that was this building. Oh, it's all coming back. Wasn't Selganor this dude? Yeah, the minstrel guy. I remember now. You see a slender, graceful man tuning a lute. Hello. I need to know about the balloon. Oh, are you looking for the man who invented the balloon? He stares upward, stroking his chin pensively. Ah, yes. Now I remember. He flew to Sutek's castle. Said something about a big job he had to do there. Where is Sutek's castle? Sutek lives on an island far to the south. Sutek was a mage, or a witch, wasn't she? Wasn't there a place in the south like oh goodness, sorry, it's all coming back to me in a flood. There was a tiny little island. Oh, I'm so excited. I love it when things come back to my brain. Wasn't there an island? Oh, I remember it being like right here. Wasn't there like Sutek's hut? Sutek's castle. Well, there's a castle here. I guess this must be the castle. Wait a minute, isn't that Lord Blackthorn's castle, though? Wait, what is going on here? Okay, well, I guess... I mean, that looks like a castle. Maybe that's where we're going. Let's ask about this island far to the south. Tell me about the island. It's east of Serpent's Hold. And that is, isn't that, like, this is Serpent's Hold right here. And east of it, yep, it's got to be that. But that's Lord Blackthorn's castle. That doesn't make any bloody sense. Not at all. I don't know. How are we going to get there? Okay. Well, I guess that's where we're going next. Next, we have two leads. We have two places we have to go. We have to travel to Lord Sutek's castle. Sutek lives on an island far to the south. To find the man who invented the balloon. And we're supposed to go to Stonegate. Oh, right next to these fountains, of course. And we're supposed to go to Stonegate in order to get the cube, I guess. So, we've got our next missions. Folks, we'll be doing those on the next episode of Gaming with Grug, or one of them. Until then, I want to say thanks for watching. Please tell your friends. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, we hope to see you soon.